model from Mumbai. I'm reading and I'm like,
When you landed in Hyderabad, do you have any preconceived notions about this is how Tollywood is going to be, or very clueless?
No, I had a lot of people tell me about the Hyderabad biryani. That's it. That's it. Because I was very raw, I didn't even know how to face the camera. Because even when we have to talk, I have to still do camera favor. I have to talk to you like this. Why do I favor the camera? So at that time, Shourya used to do it like this. You know, the choreographer will say something and he's like done. And I'm like, what is happening?
For the fact this interview is happening for real, you're not hallucinating.
They're like, oh, please do it. Don't ask more questions.
Hello everyone, I'm Hemant Kumar and you're watching Talking Movies with iDream. Our guest today is Pallak Lalwani. She's going to make her debut soon in Ramesh Verma's new film Abbayi Tho Ammayi. So let's see what she has to say about her career and life in general. Pallak, thank you so much for joining us. It's a great pleasure to have you on the show. So first of all, congratulations. The trailer has got a good response. So what's going through your mind? This is your first film, from what I've heard. So how did this happen in the first place?
So, how did this happen? As in, it wasn't a very planned process. What happened was Ramesh Verma Garu happened to see my photos, and he apparently liked me, and then he came to Mumbai, and we met. And I was with my mom. I had no clue that this would actually happen because I heard a lot of things that, you know, people just come, say, then they vanish. So I wasn't believing it 100%. But then this did go ahead. He called me to Hyderabad, and I was looking into some other work as well at the same time. But when this got finalized, I really liked the script and the story. I could relate to it. So I agreed to this, and it just happened like that.
So what, you were in talks with some other film before this film happened?
Yes, I was. There were two more people, but I liked this script the best. So I thought that if this doesn't happen, I'll see. But this was my priority.
Right. You've already shot for the film and you've lived in Hyderabad for quite some time.
Yeah.
There's very little that, I mean, nobody knows about you actually.
Yeah.
In the sense that even if you want to read something about you, they're like, so automatically everybody's coming to a conclusion that you're a model turned actress.
Yeah. I don't know why. What a Punjabi model from Mumbai. I'm reading and I'm like,
Okay, let's set the record straight. So,
okay.
who are you? Where are you from?
Okay, for the record, I am not a model. I am from Mumbai, but I'm a college student. I'm in my second year, and I have done no commercial work before this. This has been my first ever project, be it in acting or modeling or whatever you want to call it. But I've had no commercial exposure before. I used to do a lot of college fests and like a general college girl, but nothing beyond that, nothing on a commercial public mode.
So how did this happen? You know, this big shift from being a college girl to...
my father's an actor.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he does Hindi serials.
Okay.
And I always had this wish because I used to see him shoot, and you know, I had this in me for a very long time, but I didn't voice my opinion because most of my family are doctors, and my father and my mom is a fashion designer, but my nani and everyone from my father's side, they all are very studious and academically very good. So there were certain expectations from me, and I thought, okay, you know, let's not distract. I'll not get distracted, and I will concentrate on my studies and maybe go ahead with, if not science, but with psychology.
Okay.
So I was studying, but then when I did my 10th and then I did my 12th and everything, in the first year of college, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I studied a lot. I'm not doing this anymore. So little by little, I started voicing my opinion that, you know, that I want to try. Like that, I used to talk to my father. And my father was like, what and this? And he tried convincing me out of it a lot. And me being a rebel, the more he said no, the more I went like, no, I have to do it. And from being a very docile and timid girl, I went like, no, I have to do it. No, no, no one can stop me in this. So it was more of a rebellion thing in me.
What triggered that? Like, was there something related?
Just being very rebellious.
Teenage angst, is it?
Yeah, nothing triggered it. I always had the thing in me, but I didn't voice it as much as I started doing in my first year, or maybe 1 year back. So then my father said that, okay, we'll look into it after your graduation. And then at that time I was like, okay, fine. But what he said that you can go audition for something so that you don't have to fear the camera after that and all that. You get comfortable, you get to know the process and techniques and everything. So I went to this place, and that is how I was called for a look test.
Okay.
And that is how my photos got circulated, and Ramesh Garu happened to see my photos.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's your role in the film? It looks like a family drama meets a love entertainment.
It has everything. it has all the elements you look for in an entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, so more or less my character has different shades to it. It doesn't stay constant. So in the first half they will show me a little modern and liberated thoughts. In the second half I'm a little more traditional and conservative and all of that due to what happens in the movie.
Okay.
So personally, even in my personal life, in my actual life, I have both the shades in me. I can be a very traditional and a very rigid girl, and I can also be a very modern, liberated female. So I related to my character a lot, and it has everything which even a normal teen girl can relate to. It has nothing to do with me personally, but any today's generation will relate to the entire movie for that matter. Not only my character, even Shourya's character, even my father's character. You'll find a lot of fathers like Rao Ramesh sir in the movie. So that is how I'm loving the entire setup of Abbayi Tho Ammayi.
So what convinced your dad to say yes to your career, Because you said that he was pretty adamant.
He was. But then when this movie happened, as in before this movie happened, when Ramesh Garu met us, I was with my mom. And he explained the script and everything to her. So then my mom I could see that she was a little convinced. I didn't say anything, I was shut. And then I think my mom had a talk with my dad, and then they said that okay, fine, we'll give it a shot. And
no, but were you interested when this offer came?
I was neutral to it.
Okay.
I was like, ho gaya, nahi hua to nahi hua, like that. I was neutral to it. I was happy that I got the opportunity for sure. But because I had no clue about who my co-star is, at that time Shourya wasn't decided.
Right.
So who my father is playing, and I had no clue about the Telugu industry. So I was neutral to it.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, but then when I got to know everyone, little by little my interest started growing, and then I was really looking forward for every day when I came to shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
You're from Bombay, and this is your first Telugu film.
Yeah.
That's like apples and oranges for a lot of reasons, right?
North Pole, South Pole.
Right.
No
So how
connection.
did you have to work a lot around it to just get a hang of the language?
Yeah. I think everyone has to work very hard in whatever career they go ahead with. But my mom is a Punjabi, and I have no South connection per se. So this was one thing wherein I felt very alienated when I came to Hyderabad, because even when you talk to a person who's not from the filmy background, they will still not know Hindi.
Yeah.
Or even English will have that accent, so it becomes a little difficult for me to understand. But by the time I completed the movie, I got a little hang of Telugu and of how to interact with even the localites and everyone. So then it became a little comforting for me, but initially I felt very alienated. Yeah.
So what, were you losing your mind?
I was like, I don't know if I'm in India anymore. I came 2 states down, and this is what is happening in the same country. So it was a challenge, but that is what I love about about my life, that every time I get into my comfort zone, I want to get out of it. So a very big reason of me being convinced to do this movie was also to challenge myself, because till now what have I been doing? Nothing. College, school, exams, boards, that's it. But now this is a challenge, this is a new zone for me. I've never been there, never done anything. My father, being an actor, doesn't know about the Telugu industry. So I was like, okay, let me create a niche for myself here, you know. I can do something on my own.
So
that is how.
when you landed in Hyderabad, do you have any preconceived notions about this is how Tollywood is going to be, or very clueless
No, I
about
had a lot of people tell me about the Hyderabad biryani, that's it. That's it.
You cannot shamelessly admit that you're a foodie.
But that's it. I don't know what else. And I was told that it's going to be very hot because I started shooting in summers.
Yeah, right.
So I was all ready to get tanned and fat and everything. So that was it.
That's it. Like, you didn't watch any Telugu films? Or?
I did. Actually, the first movie I ever saw in Telugu was Genelia D'Souza's Bommarillu.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that movie, and even though I didn't understand what she was saying per se, but then I got a vague idea about the storyline. So I was pretty happy to see her performance, because I've seen her in Jaane Tu Ya Jaane. That was my first Hindi movie of hers that I have watched.
Okay.
So it was, I didn't know that she did that Bommarillu.
She was quite popular.
I know she was very popular, but I didn't know about that movie per se.
Okay.
So when I saw that, I was like, okay, now I have motivation. Because she's not a Teluguite, right? So if there are so many actresses who are doing it, then I have to do that hard work to get a niche for myself here.
Right. Now, Pallak, you talk about challenges, you know, in terms of being out of your comfort zone. Language being, of course, the biggest of those issues. But apart from these things, like, what else was really challenging for you as an actress?
As an actress, I've not had enough experience to.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I've done only one movie, but what major issue I was facing was that. Let's say when it comes to the language thing, when you have to express or emote even a simple emotion, if you're doing it in your language, when you have to talk and emote, not like you're giving expression, when you have to talk and emote, you're doing it in your language, you're okay. You've been given some alien language to talk in, then it becomes a problem, because what was happening is that I was concentrating on the lines, so I couldn't emote, or when I was emoting, I couldn't concentrate on the lines. So you know, to get those things together with equally good output, it was the most challenging thing. Especially this was okay when I was doing it alone, or when I had a close-up shot or something like that, because I was managing it anyhow. But when I have to act with Rao Ramesh sir, or Tulsi Garu, Pragati Garu, Shourya even for that matter, it was very difficult, because I cannot go blank and act blank in front of them, you know. So even if I do it, first of all, it doesn't create a good impression, and secondly, they will not be able to react.
Right.
If I just go to what will you think out of it? You know, you also can't do your lines because of me. So I used to get very stressed out. I used to stay up till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock doing my lines, and then learning to balance between the emotions and dialogues both. So I did a lot of work during that time.
But then I'm sure by the time you landed on the set, the dialogues were different, you know. I'm
Yes.
sure that has happened to you. Right?
Yes.
So how do you cope up with stuff like that?
I used to get very pissed off. What is this, yeah? 3 o'clock I'll stay up doing my lines, rote learning each and every word in Telugu. And in the morning when I go, only 1 or 2 lines have changed. Used to watch them like, you don't utter a word now, you know. But then I learned that that is how the set or the movie works, and you cannot not have changes and moment. So I started adapting to the whole situation, and when such a thing came, then because I used to do a lot of rote learning, and I used to not take any other help like prompting.
No prompting?
No,
Seriously?
I used to not take prompt for a very long time. That is why I was facing all these anger issues and temper management problems I started having. So then later I was like, okay fine, I'll try prompting. But even when you have to try prompting, if you don't have a hang on the language, you cannot do prompting. So good that I didn't take prompting in the start. For at least 2 months I didn't even think about prompting. I used to get all pissed off if someone tried giving me prompting or something. So I did whatever I could in the beginning, and later when I had certain diction and a hold over the language, the way how to use your tongue while saying certain words and all of that, when I understood a little about it, then I said, okay fine, I'll try how to use prompting, because obviously I didn't know what prompting was. So then later when they started, initially again it was an issue, but it got settled. So by the time I did my climax and we reached the end, I was like, okay, chalo. You want to give me big lengthy dialogues and moment, I'll do it. You be ready. I am done. It was that.
You said that you never acted in even a commercial before this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but did you attend any workshops or just get a hang of acting? Nothing at all?
Nothing. I was raw like a raw egg, not boiled. No salt, pepper, nothing.
Right.
So I've only seen my dad act. That is what I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you discuss a lot about his work at home?
My father tries my best to teach me. He'll sit with me. Okay, I'll tell you about certain things. I used to run away. I'll not listen. In a single word he has to say about acting. I don't know. I feel that even though he's my father and I should talk to him and all, I feel like I want to explore what I have in me, like what inherent thing or what raw energy I have in me. After that I can start cooking. But initially I want to just taste the ingredients. Okay, then depending on the response, and even when I see myself, I will know that okay, this is something I've not done right, or this is something that is good, I should work on it. Right. So depending on that, then I will start doing workshops and talking to my dad and all. That might still not happen, but with my father, he's a very senior actor in the Hindi industry, and he's done a lot of work. Right. So I know
What's
if Jiten Lalwani.
Okay.
So if I start talking to him, then I'm dead. He'll not stop talking because he knows so much that he wants to like give me each and every knowledge that he has gained, each and every experience he has been through. So before I get there, I want to do my own things first.
So is it more like you want to prove something to your dad? That
No, it's more about me challenging myself and proving to myself that no matter how difficult the situation is, I have to overcome it. It's more of self-nurturing, nothing else. I don't have to give an answer to anyone for that matter.
So you ended up relying completely on Ramesh Verma and rest of the team, is it, to even do what you want to do?
No, not really. I was self-reliant, but when it came to prompting, the co-director really helped me. Okay. They were very supportive with my retakes and whatever Telugu issues, and even when I was going wrong with emotions, they used to come and tell me, which is the best part, that if you don't know where you're going wrong, then you will not correct it. Right. So it was very sweet of them to come and correct me, guide me. Yeah.
So what's the maximum number of retakes that you have done in this film?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Not bad at all for your first film.
It was very embarrassing. This was one day. This was not like 6 years, 7 then. No, this was one day. Okay. I did 8. And that was obviously when I was not taking prompting. It was a big scene. So.
You said embarrassing. What happened?
Because for me, when I go beyond one retake, I start getting nervous. Okay. It itches me when I go. Okay, 1, 2 is fine, but then you come to 3rd and you come to 4th, you come to 5th, and you just want to like go under a stone and not come out of it.
Everybody's looking at you. Get the
It's a lot of pressure building on you.
You said that you have this rebellious streak, right? Before coming to the industry.
Yeah, I still have it.
That hasn't changed?
No.
I'm sure the film industry would have taught you how to be more patient now.
Oh yeah, that has changed.
Right.
Yes.
No more anger issues for the time being.
Dealing with it.
So who was your punching bag then to vent out your anger and all?
My brother.
Okay.
Hey, younger brother.
You used to come to the set?
No,
Okay.
when I used to go back to Mumbai.
Okay.
And he knows that he's my punching bag that way. We have proper kickboxing at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. You were studying psychology.
Yeah, I am
You
studying.
still are studying
Yeah.
psychology. So, does that come into play when you're acting? Because it is somewhere related.
It
right?
is. You just get a better hold of understanding people.
Okay.
So even when you say you are given a character, you will get into the psychology of it. You will not see that person as someone else, firstly because you have to play that role. So I will start thinking like that person, that why this girl did this action. All I know is that she did this.
Right.
The director or anyone, even the writer, will not tell you why. So what I do is, because I've been studying psych since I was in my 11th grade. In 11th I started. So since then I have had a lot of interest in psychology. So now when I have to do a character analysis, it is a little easier. So even when dealing with people, I think that okay, it's the psychological thing that's talking. I should not respond.
So, what you see through people, is it?
No, but if someone behaves with me in a certain manner and if I'm not liking it, I know why am I not liking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've
So
already
I-
understood that backstory.
Yeah.
you see.
Yeah. So I know
It's scary.
your
You
head.
know that. That's very scary, right?
Many people have said that to me because I do tend to read a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah. So people find that creepy.
So, did you creep somebody out on the set or something?
No,
No?
I don't do that. Let me not
Or
get
you
there.
don't use your powers there, is
No.
it? No.
I do in my head, I don't voice it. I've done that to everyone.
Among
I've
your
come-
friends?
Yeah, my
Okay.
friends are, especially when you're working, and I went there for a long time, the shooting location and everything. So when you talk to a lot of people, then I'm like, huh. Sometimes the person is talking to me and I'm just analyzing that person. I don't know what is he talking. Like that.
Okay, for the fact this interview is happening for real, you're not hallucinating.
Yeah. I
Okay.
get that, yeah.
Thank you. Right. So let's talk about Shourya, your co-star. Quite a fun chap from
Oh,
what
yeah,
I've known
yeah,
of him.
for
So
sure.
how was it working with him?
It was very good, but one thing I still cannot forget that, because even when we were shooting for this song called Brahmachari, the Okasari, Oveyari, that song, we were shooting in Swiss, and this dance was a hip hop dance, and I have been trained more in the softer forms of dances like Kathak and all of contemporary and that. So suddenly shifting to hip hop was not little, very difficult for me. And so at that time, Shourya used to do it like this, you know, the choreographer will say something and he's like, done. And I'm like, what is happening? It took me a while to get the steps, but he got in one shot. So I used to get very frustrated again because it used to take more than once for me to get it. Shourya used to encourage me, and I'm not kidding. He used to be like, okay, don't and people start talking, right? If
Yeah.
you're not being able to do it, and if he's doing it, so obviously because of me it's getting delayed. So I used to anyway get more and more nervous about doing it again, and it was dancing, it was not talking. So Shourya used to be like, don't listen to anyone who's talking, you know, don't see here and there, just do it. So I think half of the song I could do only because of Shourya.
Okay.
Yeah, that is one
So
thing.
that was one of the toughest things that you
Yeah,
have to deal
yeah,
with?
yeah.
Right.
So I think now I should start taking hip hop classes. I should go and learn some of that.
Right. Now you're also working with a lot of seasoned actors in the film, right? Like Rao Ramesh and Tulsi Garu
Yeah,
and Pragati
Tulsi
and
Garu.
also. What is it that you learn from each of these people? Like,
I've learned so many things from each one of them, you know. Even when with Pragati Garu is my stepmom in the movie.
Okay.
So I didn't have that much to do with her as much as I did with Tulsi Garu or Rao Ramesh sir, because he's this one strict dad in my life, and so
is he a lot like your dad, or he's not
no,
that
he's
strict?
not. He's not like my dad in real. No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not so much. When you see the movie, you'll know.
Oh.
Dad, he's playing more of a traditional dad. No,
Very
not
protective of
traditional
your-
because stepmom. No, not very traditional, but when it comes to his daughter, he's protective and so that. So Tulsi Garu and all, because they've done so many movies, and honestly, I was the only one who was a newcomer in the entire set. Shourya, everyone has done 5-6 movies, 10 movies minimum. So, because I was very raw, I didn't even know how to face the camera. Because even when we have to talk, I have to still do camera favor. I have to talk to you like this. Why do I favor the camera? I used to have such questions in my head, And I used to have a lot of questions in my head. Even when I have to do a normal interview, like now, not now, but even yesterday for that matter, I did a couple of interviews, and I tend to ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
And Shourya and everyone started calling me question bank. But still, I didn't stop asking questions.
It's good, right? Good to be curious.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, I love asking questions.
So what's the craziest question that you've asked which everybody was like, please?
I think every question of mine, they react in the same way. They're like, oh, please do it, don't ask more questions.
Like, what is it? Like, give me an instance.
Like, for example, if I've been asked to do this.
Okay.
So I'll be like, why this? Give me the context of this. No, but actually this is a valid question in my head. I don't know if it will be valid in your head. It's like, if I have to do this, then tell me, first of all, okay, if I'm doing this to Shourya, this will be different. If I'm doing this to my father, this will be different. And depends what happened before that, and depends what is going to happen after that. Even if you don't want to tell me what is happening after that, at least tell me what has happened before that. Because if I am sad and if I do this, then it is stupid, right? So these small things, like, but details which adds on to your overall scene. So when I'm asking that question, it sounds stupid. That why she wants to know what happened. But when you see the overall movie, and if something like this went amiss, then you'll be like, why did she react like that? That happens. So a lot of actions, even small, hi, hello, depends a lot on your context, the pre-context, and what is going to happen. So I have to keep all that things in my mind. I cannot randomly move my hand like that and with nothing in my head.
Right.
So I don't like getting there. So I like asking a lot of questions, and then they're like, stop asking so many questions. They all called me question bank, all of them, including the camera technicians and makeup men and hairdressers. Everyone knew this name of mine.
So, is there a question which has left unanswered?
So many things, they just shut me down after a point. I can't think of one question which is unanswered. A bunch of questions have been left unanswered.
Right.
In every scene, I'm sure there are at least 3-4 per scene questions which were not answered.
Okay.
People are scared to talk to me on the phone because they're like, I cannot deal with you. But that is the truth, and I'm not denying it.
Right. Now, you're very lucky, if I may say so, because first film, it's got music by Ilayaraja.
Yeah.
It's a really big deal, and
Big
I'm
deal.
told this is his 999th film.
99th.
Right.
That's
So,
true.
did you meet him recently? when
Yes, in the audio function.
So,
I did meet.
did you interact? Like, what?
We hardly, because there were so many people wanting to go take pictures and interact with him. I did speak to him, and I was there when he was giving the speech. I really loved what he said. That is something which I still can't. It rings in my head every time I see his face on Facebook or whatever. For me, more than being a part of his work, because he has been a legend even before I was born.
Right.
So I am in no stance to even say anything about his work, but this is more than a blessing for me. Being a part of his work and being able to meet him and listening to what he said about the movie was very, very encouraging. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite song in the film?
Yesterday also someone asked me,
Yeah.
but I'm going to say the same answer because
All the songs are your favorite?
no, problem is that I don't have one favorite song.
Okay.
With time, like tomorrow morning, it'll change, and within 2 hours, it will change. Because this movie's songs are such that I cannot favor one. It's not about having all my songs. That's a very diplomatic way to say that all my songs are favorite. But I'm just not being able to decide, because in the morning sometimes when I get up, I feel like listening to Kasari. Oh yeah. And by the time I'm sleeping, I'm listening to Kanalu Kanalu Pinichi. So it's that. So it really depends on the mood and situation.
So how does your extended family react to all this?
my
I'm sure they're thinking
my
that you're
family
crazy
still,
now.
my family, when I am talking, like, so sometimes when director Garu calls me or something, and when I'm with my family, and I speak to them in Telugu, like, little I speak to them in Telugu. If my brother is next to me, he will shout and laugh, and he reacts like I have become someone else, and he doesn't know me anymore, And even when if my mom and dad, they will listen to me like this. I get so conscious that I go to some other room and talk, They're still dealing with my mom, dad still, they have come to terms with it, but when my
But you're
dadi...
talking in Telugu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when my grandmother or nani and some people, I talk to someone in Telugu, they cannot relate to it. Cannot. My nani is a hardcore Punjabi.
Okay.
So I just can't explain her reaction. It's very funny.
Her reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when I talk, not when I'm acting or my nana and everyone, they are on top of the world when they see my trailers and
Okay.
seeing the songs. They're very happy, but when I talk, they laugh. They laugh. Yeah, that is what is happening.
So finally you're on the verge of your first film's release. Are you nervous? Like what's going through your mind right
I'm
now?
excited. I'm not nervous. What is there to be nervous about? Movie's over, shoot is over,
No,
dialogues
but
are over.
you are obviously thinking about how will people receive the film or what are they going to talk about me?
I'm excited.
That doesn't bother you at all?
It does, obviously, but that is one thing you have to learn, because even someone who's very famous and established cannot have 100% fans. He or she will get haters and lovers both. So you have to treat everyone equally, learn from everyone, and you cannot get sad if someone says something nasty about you, or get very happy if someone says something good about you. So it's better to find balance and go ahead with it. So I don't let small things pull me down.
Okay.
And I don't let things get me on the seventh heaven. I'm grounded to earth and happy.
Right. Now you said that you're in your second year of college.
Yeah.
Right? So what, your exams are going on right now or
No,
done?
my second year just started.
Oh, it just started.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll have my exams in a couple of months.
Okay.
I have to figure that out. I'll have to go back. And because these 10-15 days also I missed. So I have to go give an application and all of that, yeah.
Right. So how did it work on the set? Were you studying as well as working?
Yeah, I carried my books everywhere.
Even on the set?
Yeah, even on the set. Because I had a lot of time.
Okay.
Not if I'm on the set for 8 hours, I'm not shooting 8 hours.
Right.
So whenever we got a break or whenever it's not my sequence, I used to sit and study in my van.
So what, very studious kid in college, is it?
I am not very studious, but I like learning. So I'm a first bencher. And yeah, I like my teachers. I'm a teacher's pet.
Right. So in psychology, what's your favorite subject?
So in psych, we are studying abnormal psychology, then we study industrial psychology. We do a lot of things, but I like industrial more.
Like
than
what is it?
Industrial is more about teamwork and team dynamics. And in the third year, I'm going to major in it.
Okay.
Right now, we are studying everything so that we get a hang on psychology in general. Then you can specialize. So in third year, if I want, I can specialize in industrial. But it's something which I relate to more because it's more about dealing people in a workplace and how to avoid group conflicts and how to deal with so many people and all of that.
Now I think the career choice that you made of acting is perfect for that because it is pretty much that, right?
Yeah, it
Whatever
is.
you are studying
Yeah,
there,
it is.
right? So what is it that you have learned being on a film set with such a big group that you have also studied in your college?
In psych.
Yeah.
That everyone is unique. I'm being very sweet to everyone. Everyone has their own characteristics. Don't, try to know someone so much that it pisses you off. I'm telling in a very common man word, okay? And one thing for sure that I don't know how to put such things into words. But,
You can say that. No, we'll probably edit it out or something. That's okay.
No, but yeah, I'll not get um, see, after studying abnormal psychology, I see a lot of symptoms in people. That is, I don't want to take abnormal psychology. I want to take industrial, learning how to deal with people. So in group dynamics and all, you study that it's not only about you. So just like the industry, where if you, even though you are the lead of the movie, it's not about you. It's more about what other people are telling you.
Right.
So you have to listen to everyone, yet keep your opinion in place. You know, so you can't flow with the water and go with what people are saying, or you cannot keep voicing your opinion every now and then. It's good to have your stand, but under control. So that is one thing I learned, and that is one thing I try to apply anywhere I go, even when I have to talk to my friends or whatever, because we are a big group. You cannot, if everyone starts saying something and not listening to anyone, it will be a mess, you know. So that is one thing I keep in my head, that no, shut up.
Are you very talkative? Or,
I am. I love
okay.
talking.
Right.
Yeah, I love talking.
So after coming to the industry, is there anything which you have just given up or trying to let go of,
No.
apart from your anger, maybe? Nothing at all?
Getting more patience.
Okay.
And
Right.
praying to the God more.
Really, you become more religious now. What happened, man?
Because you need a lot of strength to survive. You need wisdom. You need so many, like, patience. Everything, you know, stems out from one thing which I feel is wisdom. If you have the right wisdom to do things, you will have the patience, you will have the sensibility and everything. And if wisdom is not there, then you are nothing.
Right.
So to get more wisdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So,
what
okay, in the beginning of the interview, earlier you said that the first thing you heard about, coming to Hyderabad and all was biryani. So did you actually binge on a lot of biryanis? What's the thing?
I tried the paradise biryani, but I'm back to my roots, which is salad.
What? I thought you were a big foodie. What is this about
I
salads?
am, but my mom has spoiled me that way, because my mom is a very good cook,
Okay.
like a typical Punjabi cook. So whenever I go eat, even from good places, I still get back to my mom's food. Even if my mom makes a simple paratha, no, I will love that and prefer that over any 5-star, 7-star food that I get. So, and especially when you're away from her for a long time. Like, my father was here
Right.
when we were shooting, but my mom wasn't there. So when you're away, then you start missing that thing even more. So,
Right.
now when I go home, I don't eat from any outside place. I eat only whatever she makes.
Okay.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Very homesick, is it?
I'm not homesick, but I love my home. I can stay away from it, but it's my root, right? So I have to get back to it, and I cannot go haywire so much. I have to come back, keep coming back.
Right. Now, I'm sure you've practiced a lot of lines in Telugu. What's your favorite dialogue from the film?
There is one line which, that time when I said this to Shourya, and he still makes fun of it. Still, this is one line which is stuck in his head, like hammered in his head.
What do you say?
It was, Idi kotta kada anakunta, okay? Don't laugh. At that time when I said it in anger, because the scene was an angry scene, and I slap him and I tell him Idi kotta kada anukunta, okay? Now I'm saying it very sweetly. I didn't say it like that, and it was very funny because I fumbled. I didn't fumble as in I didn't stop saying it. I still said it, but then it sounded something like Idi kotta kata and something like that. I didn't say it properly.
Okay.
So he started laughing. At that time he started laughing, and till date he will tease me about it. Till date. So that is one thing that I practiced a lot. No, Shourya, you sit now, you tell me what is the right word. Kata, tell it to me now. So now I know.
What is it? It's kada.
Kada.
Right.
Yeah, see? Idi kotta kada anukunta.
Right. All right, Pallak, it was a great pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
All the best for your career ahead, and I
Thank
hope God gifts you with a lot of wisdom that you always wanted.
Thank you so much.
Right. But before I let you go, we have this section called One Shot, the rapid fire. Boom. Whatever comes to your mind,
Okay.
you say that, right?
Now using Freud's psychology on me.
Who's your role model? Like the first person who inspired you to become an actor? And something?
When I saw Mughal Azam, Madhubalaji.
Still is like
Yeah. She has a very soft corner in my heart for her.
right.
She's the way she emotes with her eyes. I will not say that she like, you know, when you start admiring someone, like for that matter, I admire Meryl Streep a lot. So when you start seeing someone's work, it affects your performance. Then their hint comes in your performance, and I'm scared of that. So I don't. If I start liking someone, I don't watch a lot of their work because I know subconsciously it will hit me. So, but I've seen a lot of Madhubala movies, and the way she expresses only using her eyes, it hits you to the core. It hits me at least. I don't know about others, but she
One film which changed your life.
nothing changed my life.
No, I'm sure you see films and you're like, oh my god, this is so brilliant.
But when I saw Devil Wears Prada,
Okay, seriously, you're probably the first person who has said that.
Meryl Streep and because I was thinking, even at that age, even though you're not doing lead actress, heroine roles, but you stole the show,
Yeah.
you know, and even now when she stands with 10 new actresses, she will be the first person at least I see, and a lot of people, because she is at that level. So she is one lady who motivates me, inspires me, and she will keep inspiring me even when I am not doing lead roles anymore.
Right, right. You say you're a foodie, right? So what's the most exotic dish that you have had?
Whatever my mother makes.
So what's the most exotic
She
dish?
makes amazing chole bhature.
So that's your comfort food.
But you know, now that I've become health conscious, so now she adds these healthy ingredients. So what she'll do is that if I need a cake, so she'll make nachni and oats and wheat ka cake, and it is equally tasty. That is why I love my mother so much.
Has your grandmother disowned you after all this?
She doesn't. My nani doesn't know what I eat. She can never make food for me, and I can never eat what she makes.
What, it's all makhan, paratha and all
Oh, desi ghee is like their water. I cannot do that anymore. So when my mom has to cook for me, olive oil and all these behind the scenes thing, I don't know a lot, but I know that for a fact she is very calorie conscious for me.
that. Okay.
So she'll make all healthy cakes, and even pizzas for that matter. She makes the whole base on her own. She uses wheat. She doesn't use maida at all, and even no cheese. She will say that I'll give you cheese, and you know what will it be? Cottage cheese, paneer. so she does all that things to me, and I've started liking the taste of healthy things.
Right. So 3 things which you absolutely hate about yourself and you wish were different.
Anger, and the fact that I get attached to people.
Okay.
Yeah. So like even if I talk to someone for 2 days, I'll feel like, oh buddy, come on. You know, so that is one thing I have to not do.
Okay.
And third thing, more patience. Included in the anger, temper thing, no? Yeah.
Now that you've repeated that so many times, I'm actually
Please
beginning to
edit
get.
that edit that part.
No, what's the nicest thing that you've done? You know, you say you get so
My
angry.
brother, he's my only. I'll do whatever. So when he sleeps at night, it'll 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Sometimes I'm studying or exams next day, and then if I have to take a study break, he's sleeping. No one else is up at house in my house. So I'll go to his room. I'll use my torchlight, and I'll scare the shit out of him. And I love giving the Manjalika expressions, okay.
Which one?
I'll not do that. The Manjalika, like that bhoot.
Oh,
You've
okay.
not seen Vidya Balan?
Which
Bhul
one?
Bhulaiya.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Army Manjalika. Like that. So I love doing that, okay. I love giving haunted expressions like I'm possessed or something. So and my brother gets very scared.
He's younger than you.
Yeah, he's 7 years younger than me.
Okay. Right.
So he'll be sleeping deeply, dreaming something good, rainbows, clouds, and I'll come. And I used to have long hair. Like in the movie you've seen, I used to have like this long hair. So I used to come like that. With my torchlight. And I used to wear kajal, of course. So I used to look at him like that. And I used to keep staring at him. I'll not say a word. And suddenly he'll wake up because of the light or whatever, and I'll just stare at him. He used to shout. So, yeah.
So what,
I loved
your
it.
parents have never gotten angry at you because you get so angry?
They're so immune to my stupidity now. They've tried controlling me, but
Right.
I'm still working, I can say.
Right.
Working on it.
Now, who's your favorite psychologist? Are you a big believer in one school of
I
thought?
don't believe in one school. Right now, a lot of contemporary schools are coming in which take a lot of knowledge and a lot of theories from everyone.
Okay.
So Freud, like I studied a lot of Freud, so I have a bias towards Freud. But modern school of thoughts don't support Freud so much. They will take into account a lot of psychologists.
So have you read
So-
something and said this is absolutely bullshit, man, whatever you're studying?
I keep doing that, especially when I have to study philosophy. I'm sorry if my philosophy teacher sees this interview, she will not let me in her class. But philosophy is bullshit. I don't know what philosophers talk about. I have no clue. I don't think even they have a clue. An entire class, I don't think. But there are people, I hate such people. They will say that they hate philosophy, and of course, if I say I hate philosophy, I don't tend to study it.
Yeah.
These people, they top. They
Right.
will say that I don't like philosophy, and who's the topper? That very person who said it, that I don't like philosophy. I hate such people.
Right. I'm sure you've read a lot, going by what you say. So, what's this most profound line that you've come across, which has really had a huge influence on you?
Every difficult time I happen to think about one line that nothing worth comes easy.
Okay.
So this is something very basic and
Yeah, yeah.
very simple, but it has a lot of impact in me when I have to go do something wherein I am not comfortable or wherein I have no knowledge about. So yeah, that is one line which motivates me.
Right. All right, Pallak, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank
So,
you.
wish you all the best for your career ahead and good luck for your exams and a lot of other things in life. Right.
Thank you so much.
Right. So, before we leave, any message to our iDream viewers about your film or what you?
About my movie, Abbayi Tho Ammayi, I'm sure, I know for a fact that right from the younger lot to parents and sisters and brothers and your boyfriends, girlfriends, everyone will relate to it. Because more or less every movie you look for a connection.
Right.
If you're not connected to the movie, why should I go see it and spend this much money and these many hours? So Abbayi Tho Ammayi will not have such an issue. Even your grandmother will enjoy it equally, even your lover will enjoy it equally.
Right.
So this is one movie, you should go watch it because it'll be worth it. You can take a break from your schedules and relax, and even if you want to take something out of the movie, like if you want to learn something out of the movie, you can. Even if you want to see it just as an entertainer, you can. So the movie is giving you everything, and it depends what you take out of it.
Right.
So yeah,
Thanks.
you're welcome.